Rumble and YouTube family, what's good? What's happening? Let's talk. So I'm looking at this video, right? And then this is about the April 8th eclipse. What I find funny is that I'm trying to figure out, something came out in front of this sun, right? Something came out in front of it. I'm trying to figure out what it is and who spotted what it was, right? So apparently everybody saw something come up in front of the sun. And then I'm thinking, okay, somebody's got an explanation. Now, I know that it's a new moon. You know that it's a new moon. But just because it's a new moon, what does that mean? Maybe this guy can explain that to us. Let's rock.
It's like an emotional roller coaster, guys. We see the sun peek out.
Also, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to drop this video in the description box so you guys can tear it up too. Continuing.
And we're happy, and we know that it's going to go back in the clouds, but I've looked at some of our satellite sites that I go to that show the satellite view, and it does show that the low clouds are thinning a bit, especially to our south. So given that we still have more than 2 hours to go, I'm cautiously optimistic that we will see some sunshine. I'm hoping, but as you can see, as we look out over downtown Dallas, it's still pretty murky. The humidity has increased considerably, so there's a certain amount of haze in the air just because the atmosphere is very
chemtrails and all that craziness. I already made that video. Let's continue.
humid. But if we could get those clouds to go away, I don't think that haze is going to cause us any problems. One thing I wanted to address, I got an email from someone yesterday that said, hey, I haven't seen the moon. Where is it? Well, the moon is in a phase called the new moon, all right? And you can't see a new moon. That's one of the reasons why this eclipse is possible, because it has to be in that new moon phase, and that's why you wouldn't see it moving across the sky, because it's in the new moon phase. Think of it, it's kind of invisible to us. So we will certainly experience the shadow that it creates. And there we go, little sun. Can I see my shadow? Hello, shadow.
Okay, so before we get extra annoyed, so he said a couple of things, right? He said that it's invisible to us. So it's invisible to us terrestrial beings here on Earth. Okay, fine. Let's keep in mind, guys, we have 600 observatories on this Earth. Many of them here in the United States, right? A few of them within the path of totality. Either way, all of them are pointed in one direction, up. That's one. Two, 9,500 sensors plus in space. You know, not to forget about the ones like the Parker Space Probe, that joint that's flying around the sun at 400,000 miles an hour. Voyager 1, Voyager 2, the James Webb Space Telescope that's roughly 1 million miles away from the Earth, that can at anytime it chooses it wants to, could turn its ass around, point itself right at that nonsense going on around the Earth, right? And then it could give us a better view of what the moon looks like while its behind is being shown by the sun. So essentially what was once the dark side of the moon is now, I guess you could say, the light side of the moon. And now we're getting the dark side of the moon, and because of that reason, we can't see the new moon. And it's totally invisible to us. So I want to show you guys something else so I can stop flapping my gums. Let me show y'all this. So I went everywhere looking for the view of the moon, right, during the eclipse. This is all I got. Satellite views, right? The moon's shadow race across Earth. Satellite views. All they could get is the moon's shadow. I find it amazing. You've got the ISS, and this is all they can do. You've got these satellites, one of, or maybe 10 of 9,500 satellites, and all they can get is a shadow, but they can't give us a new moon. Oh, let's not forget the Chang'e, that Chinese joint that's on the moon right now, right? You've got the Indian moon probe. You've got the Japanese moon probe. You've got the American moon probe that apparently doesn't work no more. So you've got all these different opportunities, all these different sensors, and not one, count it, not one picture of the new moon. That would have been a grand opportunity for them to give us, hey, this is what everything looks like when a solar eclipse is about to occur above the United States. So it would have been a treasure for us, but they can't fulfill it. You know why? Because it doesn't work that way. That wasn't a moon in front of the sun. I'm sorry to say, but that wasn't the moon. I'm sorry. If they can't give us footage of what the new moon looks like, then it must be something else. Maybe it's something else. It's not no moon in front of the sun. I'm sorry, family. I'm sorry. Anyway, be sure to join us on True Earth Tuesday, family, and Flat Earth Friday to follow. Man, that's a tongue twister right there. Anyway, Rumble and YouTube family, I wish y'all nothing but the best. Health, wealth, love, joy, prosperity. All we want is that picture of the new moon. All we want is that footage from space of the total eclipse. That's it. That's it. It's simple. I think that's easy. I think that's easy and that's fair. And we want things like pictures of the moon. And we want things like the position of the aircraft during that time or the position of the spacecraft during that time. They can't provide it because they can't do it. All these things are lies. And if they weren't lies, they would just stop with the BS math and give us the evidence that we're asking for. I don't think it's not like we're asking for lower taxes, even though that would be nice. It's not like we're asking for free healthcare or anything. All we want is a couple of pictures. That's it. That's it. Wisdom, wisdom, wisdom. With that, I love you. I'm out. Peace.